Alright, well, we have a new neighborhood to highlight here in Airdrie. My name is Brad Walker, your local Airdrie Realtor for resale or new construction homes. So if you have any questions about buying a new construction home here in our city, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to help guide you through and work you through that journey of new construction. Well, this new area is called Key Ranch, and you're going to find it on the west side of the city, west of 24th Street and south of the other new community of Wildflower. Now we're going to get into what to expect from this neighborhood, what types of homes we're going to find, who's building them, and who this neighborhood might be best suited for. And the idea of these new community videos is not to be a hypey marketing piece for the developer or the builders in the area, but to give you as the consumer the facts you need to know about the area so you can make an informed decision on where you want to live. So if that sounds good to you, hit that like button and let's jump into it. The land here has a pretty good incline up from 24th Street, which means a couple things. One, it means that there's a good chance that you're gonna have a view of the city, since you'll likely be able to see above the houses that are on the lower side of the hill than you. And two, there should be quite a few walkout basement options here in Key Ranch. So there's definitely two of the pros of being on this hillside neighborhood. Now the downside to this incline is that we could find a lot of the backyards are sloped and might need some extra landscape work to flatten them out and to make them a bit better of a usable space. Now in total, the neighborhood is going to be 160 acres, with about 90 acres of that being for residential use, about 30 acres for the roads in the area, and the remaining 40 acres is spread across two future school sites. One is a high school and the other is for future school needs here in the city, and also a range of park and playground areas throughout the neighborhood. Now there is one storm pond that's going to run along 24th Street there, and there's a few other green spaces throughout the community. The nice thing about the pond being right along 24th is it means that it'll keep more houses from having to back directly onto 24th Street, which is going to become busier and busier as Airdrie continues to grow. So now we know what this community looks like in terms of the land, but what can we expect for the types of homes in the area? Well, if we pull up the phase 1 map here, you can see that they're starting to build in that northeast corner of the area, just north of the storm pond, on those houses that are going to be backing onto 24th Street there and up and around the pond a little bit. But if we pull up the neighborhood structure plan for the entire neighborhood, and we can see a look of what's going to happen throughout the entire community. So on here you can see the pond down by 24th there and all the roads and green spaces, and then we can also see the residential land and how it's going to be designated. So all the lighter yellow that you see here, the more pastel-y yellow here, is going to be the single family homes with no back lane. So there's a good amount of these throughout the area, and we can assume that since there's no lane, these are going to be front garage homes. So there is quite a few of these detached front drive homes here in Key Ranch. Now those three strips of brighter yellow areas, those are our single family laned homes. So there is some of these, not a ton, but in future phases we will have some. And those ones are going to have a back lane where you can have a parking pad or a garage in the backyard. Moving from there, we can look at the light orange land. This will be the semi-detached homes or the duplexes in the area. And lastly, looking at the 5 blocks of brown on the map, these are our multifamily areas. So multifamily can mean townhouses or condos. In this case, they're specified as medium density. So I'm expecting all 5 of these areas to be townhouses here in Key Ranch, but we're going to have to wait until we get to those future phases to really see what they're going to become. Now in total in Key Ranch, we're going to add about 1,186 additional housing units to Airdrie, and if we break that down by category, we're going to see 529 detached front drive homes, 90 laned homes, 358 duplex style homes, and 210 units in the multifamily areas. Now currently we've got 4 builders in the area: Akash Homes, Bedrock Homes, Prominent Homes, and Sterling Homes. Now in the first phase, all 4 are building the single family front drive homes, and in addition, Prominent and Akash will also be building the front drive duplexes in this first phase. Now Sterling has released their pricing, saying that their 2-story front drive garage homes are going to start in the 700s with a range of 1,500 to 2,600 square feet. Bedrock Homes has released some of their models, and they're going to be, looks like, in the 2,000 to 2,700 square feet mark, with their prices starting around 675 and going up from there. Prominent Homes has released just 4 plans at the moment, with their duplexes starting in the high 500s and their detached front drive homes being between that 2,000 to 2,200 square foot mark, and those starting in the high high 600s. Now, as far as timelines for these builds, they've just started putting homes in the ground in the area, with the first couple foundations being started, likely for some of the show homes in the neighborhood. So we'd be looking at likely early 2025 possessions for the neighborhood at this point. All right, so after learning all that, who is this neighborhood going to be best suited for? Well, as for most of the new areas in Airdrie, it's going to be geared towards families with those 2 future school sites and a lot of park space and detached homes. That's exactly who they're targeting for this area. All right, well, that about does it for Key Ranch. If you have any questions at all about this area or you're considering building a home here, please reach out and I'd be more than happy to help guide you through your new build journey. And remember, using a realtor when you're buying a new home doesn't cost you anything. And again, my name is Brad Walker, your local Airdrie realtor. I hope you learned something today, and we'll see you in the next video.